I've got one question for all of you. And that one question is, doesn't it feel great and lovely to be alive on a Sunday night as a WWE fan on YouTube, or what? What's up, WWE fans? I hope you are all having a magical weekend so far, and I really hope you guys are ready for a very interesting episode of the Ryan Knipe WWE Report, because we've got a good one for tonight. So welcome back to the channel of the Ryan Knipe WWE Report on YouTube. All right, well guys, we're going to talk about mainly one thing. Last night we talked about AJ Lee announcing her retirement, and in tonight's episode, we're going to talk about another former WWE star who just announced his retirement. But before we can get there, did you guys know that on this day last year was night one of WrestleMania? That's right, guys. Exactly 1 year ago, today was night one of WrestleMania 40. Where in the main event, it was Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins taking on The Rock and Roman Reigns, which was one of the most unique and memorable night ones of WrestleMania in the history of WWE. But right now we get into another former WWE star that announced his retirement. Ladies and gentlemen, former Paul Heyman guy, former UFC World Heavyweight Champion, and the Beast incarnate himself, Brock Lesner. Yeah, that guy that Paul Heyman would announce like that. Well, earlier this week, former WWE superstar Brock Lesnar announced that he is officially retiring from the WWE, and we are in WrestleMania season. So let me remind you, the last time Brock Lesnar had a match at WrestleMania, it was 2 years ago, and it was the opening match of night 2 when Brock Lesnar took on the 7'2" Nigerian giant Omos, and eventually the Beast incarnate would beat Omos at WrestleMania. That was 2 years ago. But what is really odd is the last time Brock Lesnar had a match in the WWE, it was 2 years ago at SummerSlam when he took on the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. And you know, 2 years ago, it was a best out of 3 match between Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar. We all know at WrestleMania Backlash 2 years ago, Cody Rhodes won that match. The next time, which was a few weeks later, Brock Lesnar won that match, which meant the biggest show of the SummerSlam would be the final time. And I remember watching that match, and Brock whooped Cody's butt. And at the end of that match, Cody Rhodes won, and Brock Lesnar raised his hand in victory and shook his hand. And on that night, Brock Lesnar got the respect of Cody Rhodes. That was the last time the Beast, Brock Lesnar, was on WWE TV, yet alone having a WWE match. Now, we all know about this very big lawsuit that has been kind of a recent event in the WWE, and it actually has involved Brock Lesnar. So everybody is like, is Brock Lesnar going to come back? Is he coming back? Is he not coming back? And we never really got a true answer. And then Brock Lesnar said, well, we'll see. And what I remember is a lot of WWE fans and a lot of wrestling fans said, we'll see is not an answer. It's just not an answer. Well, earlier this week, Brock Lesnar was spotted by a WWE fan. That WWE fan just so happens to be a blogger about professional wrestling and all that. And that is when he asked Brock Lesnar, he went out up and all that, and Brock Lesnar announced that he is retiring from WWE. Now, the question now is he going to go to like AEW, which I really doubt he is. But we don't know that. We do know that the Beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar, will not have another match in the WWE, which I know is sad. So I know a lot of people that are big fans of Brock Lesnar. I mean, he is the one in 21-1. And if you don't know what I mean by that is, he is the man that conquered the Undertaker's undefeated streak at WrestleMania. He is the very first person to beat the Undertaker at WrestleMania. And that's crazy, because you may not know this, but on this day in 2014, Brock Lesnar conquered the Undertaker's undefeated streak at WrestleMania. On this day in 2014, the Undertaker lost a one-on-one match at WrestleMania to Brock Lesnar. And all this time, it's amazing to me what two-day symbols in the WWE. But let's just get one thing straight. The Beast incarnate, the conqueror of the WWE, Brock Lesnar, is retiring from WWE. So, of course, what do I think about it? I'm not going to go into that, but I am going to say thank you, Brock Lesnar, for all the memories, all the suplex cities, all the F5s. I mean, you know what? Suplex City will always belong to Brock Lesnar. But the last match that Brock Lesnar ever competed in WWE, he lost. And that's always a rough taste in your mouth. The last time Brock Lesnar had a title match at WrestleMania was 3 years ago in the main event, and he lost. The last time Brock Lesnar main evented WrestleMania was 3 years ago, and he lost. And when you look at Brock Lesnar, to him, that may not really be that big of a deal. But in WWE fans, it is. Your very last time you ever main evented WrestleMania, you lost. However, the last match he will ever compete at WrestleMania was 2 years ago, and he won. So I guess that is a high note. But anyway, guys, I'm going to say it again. Brock Lesnar has retired from WWE. So there you go. All right, guys, before I end the video, I just want to remind you 2 weeks from tonight, it will be Cody Rhodes, John Cena in the main event of night 2 of WrestleMania 41 for the WWE Undisputed title. 2 weeks from tonight, John Cena competes in his very last ever WrestleMania match. And that is 2 weeks from tonight. But if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys go ahead and hit that like and that thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And thank you, Brock Lesnar. But ladies and gentlemen, I have to say it. Brock Lesnar is officially retiring from WWE.